Today, we are going to make over a medical slide. However, the points I'm going to discuss are applicable to all presenters. So please watch this video till the end. Here is the medical slide generated by AI. In this video, I'm not going to give you any superficial analysis. Like there is a lot of text here, there is death by bullet points and things of that nature because those are pretty obvious things. I'm going to touch upon some deeper points that are quite useful for you to keep in mind, especially whenever you want to create any informational slide. So let us jump right in. I am Ramgopal from presentationprocess.com. We help you present your ideas better. The first issue that I see here is the presenter has confused coverage with explanation. Let me explain. Whenever someone creates an informational presentation, they fall into one very common trap, which is to optimize the information for completeness rather than clarity. Now take a look at this slide. If you are a presenter, you will feel very satisfied that you have covered every piece of information possible around the areas that you want to cover. But unfortunately, that is where all the problems start. Because you think that your audience will appreciate you for all the hard work that you have done to cover every piece of information, but what they actually see is a dump of text which is neatly organized into categories. Now, they have to sit and think about how these various points connect together, what is the relationship, what is the mechanism, and how it all makes sense. And when they need to try so hard to understand your information, they usually give up and disengage. But when you try to optimize the presentation for clarity rather than completeness, you will not try to include everything that you know. Instead, you will choose only those essential points that need to be on slides, and the rest you will either verbalize or you will give as a handout to the audience. And that pruning of non-essentials is what that makes your slide stand out. Let us talk about the second issue here. The information is not designed to help us learn it. Let me explain. As humans, we never learn new information as a list. We always think, process, and store information as web. Let me explain. Let us say I look at the laptop. The first thing I see is the screen. When I see the screen, I think about the resolution and automatically the other screens come into my mind, like say my phone screen or my TV screen. And when I think about TV, I think about apps like Netflix or Prime Video. And when I think about Netflix, I think about my last movie that I watched on Netflix. So you see, I started with laptop, but ended up with the last movie that I watched. So that is how our mind works. We take a small core idea and then some other ideas around it get triggered. And around each of those ideas, we have other ideas triggering. And that is how we always think in the form of a web. But when you look at the slide here, all the information is presented as a list of bullet points. And this is not the way that we learn any new information. So if you actually want to improve the slide, the main thing that you need to focus on is to show the relationship between the ideas rather than the list of items which are organized together. The third issue that I see here is it mixes levels of abstraction. Let me explain. There are different layers of thinking in this one single slide. It might appear like everything is neatly organized into groups, but it is not. For example, when I say reduced cellular glucose uptake, we are talking about the mechanism here. Let us say associated with obesity, we are talking about risk factor. And when we go to increased HbA1c levels, we are talking about measurement. And when we talk about may progress to type 2 diabetes mellitus, we are talking about the outcome. So there are different layers of thinking. Whenever your list has multiple layers of thinking, your audience will find it hard to organize the information into a coherent story. And that makes it difficult for them to remember the information. So even when you organize your list, you need to make sure that the items are grouped logically in a certain way so it is easier for the audience to remember the information. And the final point is the design itself. Now, you might argue that this is a visual slide because we have got a nice picture here. But if I remove this picture from the scene, you can see that there is no difference caused. In fact, it is much better because the information is able to breathe much better. So whenever you add any image on your slide, which doesn't actually contribute to the meaning of the slide, then it is only a decorative piece on your slide. Actually, removing it will be a much better idea than to have it on your slide and clutter the space. So now that we have seen the four main issues with the slide, What are some of the simple things we can do to improve the clarity of the slide? How can we optimize the slide for clarity rather than completeness? The first thing I would do is to understand the main idea of the slide, and I'll try to capture that on the slide. If I see here, the main idea of the slide is already obvious here. It says cause, which is insulin resistance, and the effect 1 is this and effect 2 is this. So already I know the main idea of this slide, which is insulin resistance is causing two problems. One is the problem related to glucose and the other one is the problem related to lipids. So what should I do? I need to show that relationship with a simple diagram, a diagram of cause and two effects. So I went to our medical presentations bundle and picked up one of the cause effect templates. And the template looks like this: one cause and two effects. This is the cause. And then we have the first effect shown here. And then we have the second effect shown here. Now all I need to do is to replace the cause and the corresponding effects, and the slide will be far clearer. The next thing we can do to improve the clarity of the slide is to change the title. Most presenters underestimate the power of a good title. Every time you show a new slide to your audience, they automatically scan the slide using F pattern, which is they first look at what is written on the title, then they go down and then look at what is next and then next and so on. So this real estate here is the most important real estate on your slide, and therefore I will take a lot of time to make sure that the title makes the information, the core idea of the slide, as obvious as possible. So what can we write to improve the slide title? Right now it says insulin resistance and its effects. It is almost like the category topic. Instead, I can write a full sentence that makes sense and that conveys the core idea of the slide. Maybe I can say insulin resistance causes two metabolic problems. One is the glucose problem, the other one is the lipid problem. Now, the moment I have such a clear title, all I need to do in the body content is to prove whatever I've got here, which is I need to show what those two metabolic problems are, and the slide is done. Now, this is the made over slide using the template from our medical bundle. The title says, insulin resistance drives a dual metabolic problem. Now, all I need to do is to talk about those two problems here. And first, I talk about the cause. Notice that I have not listed down all the points under insulin resistance. I just gave a hint saying cells stop responding to insulin. Then I talk about the first effect of this cause, which is increase in blood glucose, which is hyperglycemia. And I give a couple of pointers. One is glucose stays in bloodstream and pancreas overworks, which eventually leads to failure. And after finishing explaining the first metabolic problem, I jump to the second metabolic problem, which is about the lipids or dyslipidemia. I give a couple of pointers like fat breakdown increases and atherogenic lipid profile develops. I have not listed down everything associated with this issue. And finally, to summarize the core idea, I add this one sentence which says insulin resistance equals glucose plus lipid dysregulation, which is the core of metabolic syndrome. Now compare this slide to this slide. This is optimized for completeness, and this is always useful as a reference sheet, but never as a slide to explain to the audience. If you want your audience to understand your information, you need to cut down on the non-essentials and focus on the core relationship and make a slide that looks as simple as this so they can actually approach the slide to understand the information. Because if you show something like this, the audience will give up right up front. So the two main lessons from today's slide makeover are: first, optimize for clarity rather than optimizing for completeness, especially whenever you create your informational presentations. The second lesson is try to guide the audience visually by showing the relationship between ideas rather than to show a list of points. So when you adopt these two ideas in your next presentation, you can see that your slides automatically improve in clarity and your audience will engage with your content. If you are interested in watching more of these slide makeover videos, I've created a playlist for you. I will queue it up right now on your screen. You click on the link that you see right now on your screen and watch that playlist. You will find some very interesting ideas that you can implement in your next information presentation creation. I'll see you in the next video.